Well, hello folks, and welcome to James Morris, World Traveler. Now, in this video review, I want to talk about the London Bridge experience. So I came here on May 27th, 2024, as I was coming toward the London Bridge, as I'm making my way back to the hostel. And I'm like, okay, I realized, why don't I come here? I'm already in the area anyway, because the direction I was walking was toward the hostel, and this area was basically on the south end of the London Bridge. So I decided to come here. Why not? It's included in my pass, the London Bridge. And I did not regret it. Why not? My London pass included it, so why not? Like I just said. Now, I realized, I'm like, what's this going to be all about? Now, this attraction has two parts to the London Bridge experience. It's called the London Bridge Experience and the Tombs. So again, the attraction has two parts called the London Bridge Experience as well as the Tombs. So you start off in an area that looks kind of like a prison waiting area, and you sit in a booth. But when this guy came over and asked me if I wanted a drink, I said, unfortunately, I never brought my credit card, and I only had cash on me a little bit, and I wasn't able to purchase anything because they don't accept cash there anymore. A lot of places don't in London anymore. So he's like, that's okay. He offered me a water with some cranberry flavor, which was really nice of him. Thank you, by the way, sir. Now, like I said, this attraction has two parts, the London Bridge Experience and the Tombs. So the area that I was waiting in had pictures of serial killers on the walls, which was a cool thing to see as well. So I waited around 20 minutes as well. But then we were brought in around the corner to a guy wearing a warden suit, a uniform, and he talks to us and jokes a little bit within that talk. He tries to be a little bit serious, but he makes us laugh at points. The next part, though, after that, was we go downstairs to the basement, and we waited for quite a bit of time as a woman in costume slowly brings us into a room, gets us to stand in front of a wall, which then takes pictures of us. And then she gives us a ticket, really, for photos at the booth at the end of the tour. So you would normally give that person that ticket at the end of the tour, and they would have a picture of you, and in the background, it's like a green screen of a picture of something in the background at that point. Usually something related to that tour. Now, as we go through these several areas, once we get past that first part, we have many actors throughout there. Like, I think there's like 5 or 6 actors total in several areas that are dressed up in certain uniforms or different characters, reenacting the history of the London Bridge. As well as now, once we get through those 5 or 6 places, the second part was a haunted maze, which was mostly dark, and you slowly make your way through because it's so dark. There was one room that had strobe lighting, and it looked like a clown room, which had some like weird black and white floor, and it made me feel dizzy and like, whoa, as I'm walking through the room. And then you go through it more, and near the end, a guy with a clown mask and a chainsaw comes out and scares us. Now, it didn't freak me out. It did surprise me, but most of us were fine. But many of the kids were unfortunately so terrified that they were crying or they were just scared shitless, basically, which sucked for that part of it, for them specifically. Now, once I was done this attraction and we went through and got through to this booth, they would give us if you wanted to, you can purchase that ticket. Or with that ticket, you can purchase your... It was a little expensive. I'm like, no, thank you. I didn't want my picture, so screw that. So I never ended up getting that. Now, I was talking to this guy at the end, and I'm like, tell him how great this fucking place was. Like, I'm like, this is a fantastic place, man. Like, oh my God. It was the guy that played the warden, by the way. Fantastic place. I said, this is the best attraction in London that I've been on so far. Now, awesome. And so after I finished talking to this guy, I walked over and I talked to another guy who happens to tell me, and shockingly, that the guy that I was just talking to was the person that designed this attraction. He was I believe he was like the owner, or I'm pretty sure he was the owner, besides just being the designer of the attraction. So if he's a designer, he's definitely the owner. He is the designer of this attraction, and I'm like, and this guy apparently never comes out. So that time he happened to get called to come out, and he was there the day I was there. So I got to talk to the designer / owner of this designed attraction. Awesome, man. I love talking to this guy. This guy was cool, which again is a rarity for this to happen. So of all the attractions that I went to, this was one of the best ones. I would give it 4 thumbs up, 4 thumbs up, 4 thumbs up, 6, 10. I mean, like, I would recommend this of all the attractions I ever talked about. This is definitely worth the time. But remember, if you bring children, you could get terrified because there is a part that's terrifying at the end, like I said previously. Now, again, I would definitely recommend this attraction by far. Awesome. And it's definitely worth your money and time. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 thumbs up. Whee! Anyway, at the end of the day, definitely come here. Definitely come here if you're in London. So that said, thank you very much on that. And until the next video, we will see you in the next video. Ciao for now.